Hi everyone, Zaras with you for a new Darkling video. So it's another sample game from the Ultimate Guide to Darklings. That will be the last game for a while. I think I want to get on with the NG Ultimate Guide a little more. But before, so I might add other game in the future, but after this one there will be a short pause. However, before I really had to show you this game because this game is absolutely amazing. It's another interesting example of how strong the Sanctuary is. And you'll see actually I don't win that game, so I'll let you guess who will win. But it's still, even if it was not a win, it's still a very interesting game. And yeah, again, good illustration of different things for Darklings. So first of all, in this setup, you see we have these factions, so I've skipped the auction. Darklings here, I got Darklings at 13, witches as you see here, so that's the reason why the victory point drop, because witches are sandwiched here between blue and gray, so that's what making them harder to play. And actually I think Logus, who's a very strong player, he might have gone for them a little soon in this context. You'll see that though with Swarmling's opening position. Swarmling is not too much in his way, so at least he got a break there, but still very hard to play. So a couple of remarks about this setup here. You see first of all that there is the Sanctuary's Stronghold bonus in round 1. So Sanctuary is really strong with Darklings. We'll try to do it definitely in round 1 if possible. Then you have these 3 events, which are interesting because you have Spade, Dwelling. I've skipped the Trading Post event. Often the event in round 2 is not so important, especially here Trading Post. Very often you'll prefer to skip this one and do whatever you need to build your economy rather than trying to make point with it. But then 3 next event are kind of 3 dwelling event. Those 2 are 2 dwellings event, and you have the Spade, which mean digging and often means building dwellings. So might not be the best track to score because it feels that you have tried 3 times in a row the same events. Will be better if there was a Trading Post event in between or something. And then the town event, we know that it's good to score, right? When the town event is in round 5 and round 6, often can be 15 points, so that's really a lot. Of course, the digging event is especially good for Darklings. You'll see in this game I'll make special effort to exploit it. Last thing maybe to notice about the setup is that you have all scoring bonus. It will probably be an interesting setup for Alchemist too, right? You have all scoring bonus, so Darklings will be especially interested in the Stronghold Sanctuary bonus and the Dwelling bonus. So let's see how the game goes. So that's the setup. I've decided to put a dwelling there. Normally the second dwelling will go either there or there. Probably it's safer to go there. However, since there's the Sanctuary bonus in round 1, I was really hoping to get a bunch of power to build my Sanctuary in round 1, and I thought that would be the best way to do it, especially hoping that people will upgrade around here and that I will get enough power to build my Sanctuary. That was the thought behind going all east here. If Sanctuary was around 2, it's possible that then you start in the middle. So here you'll see Swarmlings actually will start here. When you see this move for the first time, you may feel that it's a little odd. To split as 2 dwellings this way, it's going to be really hard to connect. But it's actually a trend that I think I started after I saw Logos try it once. And the idea of starting here with swarming is that you have interesting hexes in this area and you'll get a lot of powers, and often swarming is perhaps the most snowball faction in the game. It's really long to get their economy started, but once it starts it's unstoppable. So starting here, getting a lot of power, it will help Swarmlings to do that. Especially efficient here, Swarmlings is in the first spot, so he's playing before Darklings, so he has a shot at taking the double spade before Darklings can do anything to stop him. And kind of put Darklings in a harder spot. Usually you have a lot of hexes on the island for Darklings, and once Swarmlings have taken this one, you're a lot less, you have a lot less space. So although that's not exactly how it will go in this game, but I'll comment on that when we get there. Alright, so interestingly, probably Henji wanted to go for the 2 temple openings, so he went for the 4 coins. It leaves us the 2 workers, which I was really happy to get, because again, hoping to do my sanctuary, that's the whole idea here. And with Swarmling starting here, it's very possible. Very likely that I can do it. So, of course, take the Stronghold Sanctuary bonus. And a little surprise, I mean, Swarmling didn't go, could have gone for the power and for the 2 spade. That's what I was expecting. But he decided to take the coins and do a trading post here. And I decided to play along with it. I thought, alright, since what I'm trying to do is getting my sanctuary up, if it wasn't a sanctuary round, I'd definitely dig this one. But since I'm trying to do my sanctuary, didn't want to waste resources digging this and taking this hex, so decided to rather to play along with it and hope that the sanctuary will be strong enough to compensate for the lack of space that I'll have as a result. So everyone is templing up around here. Well, I mean, everyone is TP up, I guess, around here. And so you see it's a leech party on the island. And here, shall I have blocked that? So that's what I was discussing about. I thought that if I want to do my sanctuary, probably I cannot afford digging this hex. Okay, so what I get though here, as you may see, is ton of power. I just took the 2 worker here in order to have the worker I need to go for the sanctuary. And now I have enough for the 7 coins, so I got both the 2 worker and 7 coins. And I haven't even needed to send my priest anywhere. Here I have enough. If I burn 3 power and turn them into a worker, I have enough to build a sanctuary and a dwelling, which honestly I never seen. Actually, I was tempted to do it just for the fun. I mean, just because how often do you have the opportunity to do that? But I also thought that it was important to get some cult presence, so I rather decided to, you'll see, to use my priest in one of the cult tracks, so that's coming soon. So sanctuary first. And I decided to go for Earth 2 here. And the reason is that I want to get some coins from this event here. So I decided to go with Earth 2, thinking that also, if you have, especially when you get the 7 coin action, often early on after getting the sanctuary up, what you want is a worker. Later in the game we will need more coins, but right now we need more workers. Alright. So, I have there decided to go and send the priest in water. Not sure it was the right decision. I thought that there's double cult in common water, so I'll get the priest back eventually, and I'll get a spade after round 2. Was it better to send it to Earth? I mean, there's definitely some reason to send it to Earth. First, you get 4 power immediately, and then you'll get 4 coins. You'll get 3 coins here. So there's definitely reasons. I mean, it's possible that it was better to send it to Earth. I'm not sure. The difference, of course, the reason why I sent it to water is that while the coin bonus, every step you get in Earth, it gives you 1 coin. It's a bit different for the water cult bonus, where it's an all or nothing. If you get to the 3rd step, you don't get anything in the water, while if you get to the 3rd step in Earth, you will still get 3 coins. So sending the priest here was hitting 2 cult income. That's why I decided to do it. But again, not sure if it wasn't better to send it to Earth and focus on winning 1 cult. That's the other thing. It's probably I have more chance to score on Earth than I have to score on water. So kind of really ambivalent. I'm not sure if it was the right move here. Yeah, so I thought it was better to send a priest to one of the 2 cult, not to burn any power, because the cult income are quite good. And again, that's one thing you want to watch as Darkling. What are the cult income? Because you want to play with them a lot. So here, I decided to go for the spade here, rather than the dwellings, which were tempting to. The idea for going with the spade here was that I was hoping to have a lightning round. You'll see that's kind of a strategy that I'll use a couple of times in this game, where there's an interesting passing tile that you like, but you can sometimes just delay it and play a lightning round and just take it for the next round. So yes, it will be good. This will be pretty good now for this round, but it will be even better for next round when we have the digging event. So I thought, now that I already have the sanctuary up, I don't really care about getting a trading post next turn, so probably I can just use the spade, build a dwelling, and pass really fast for the pass dwelling bonus. So that was the idea. Alright, so of course Farming is very happy to get this bonus. So yeah, that's exactly the plan for round 2. Go very, very fast, maybe 2 moves. So right now I have the opportunity to get the coins, and I want the coins. I went with Earth 2, meaning that I have to look for any other sources of coins, and every time I can get the 7 coins action, I'll take it. So that's what I will start with. Oops. That's what I'll start with. And then I'll use the spade to dig and save the 2 priests for the digging round. And you'll want to do that every now and then. When there's a digging event, it's often worth saving your priest to use for the digging round. Because every priest next round will worth 2 extra points for when it's used for digging. So, alright. Again, you see, it was a little lucky because witches went fast too, but witches need economy and prefer to get this child. I was a little surprised, honestly. I was expecting that I was in danger of not getting this one, but since I'm lucky enough to see that it's still there, of course I jump on it now. Alright, so Swarmling succeeded to do a very fast down here. I think it was his idea. Even if there's a town late, often with Swarmling you want to have an early one, both because you want the 2 key town and you also want the 3 worker bonus that you get for every town with Swarmlings. So it's well played here from the Magic. Alright, so I have the cold spade that I use here. And in this round the plan is simple. It's to use the priest to dig. At this point that's the plan. To use the priest to dig and to just start scoring, because we need to start scoring and score with the bonus. You'll see that an opportunity will present itself, and there will be a little change on the way. What happens here, so I think Witches was worried that I might take this hex, so he preferred to hard dig combined with the spade here, which was fine. I didn't really, I could have, could have let me to go faster north. I was considering it, but not sure I would have done it. But here NG decided to go this way. And that's really annoying for Witches. That's why you use tree workers to dig this hex. However, that's probably a mistake. Probably should just let NG come here. Because when I saw that, I was really happy. Actually, I will kind of advance shipping now and just take it. And now I have kind of a very fast track to go here and think of a third town built in this area. So I steal this hex from Witches, which also kind of is killing blow toward Witches. I don't think that Witches was already in a difficult position here, and with that I think he's just out of the game. And yeah, so I can jump here and jump here with only one shipping. Again, with Darklings, you prefer not advancing shipping too much early on. I'd say it's almost true with any faction. You prefer delaying advanced shipping because it's expensive, especially true with Darklings for whom priests are so valuable. So here it's only only one ship to get these 2 hexes and have a shot going for a town here. So I want to build a dwelling here because I have again the passing tile, and I want the trading post because there's 2 dwelling events still coming. Here, what is the passing tile that we want? I think that with 2 coins on the 6 coin, it's very tempting, right? So we go for that, and we get a very strong economy. Again, we went with Earth 2. We got 4 coins from the Earth Cult, and any source of coins we're looking for. So here, the plan on round 4, I'll dig this one, but it's the same kind of scheme than we had in round 2. That is that there's 2 even that are basically the same here. So it's 2 dwellings event, and I thought with the past dwelling tile here, it was worth to go for another lightning round. Go very fast, just dig maybe 1 dwelling and then take the tile. So that's what I have in mind here. That's why I'm burning 2 priests. Make sure that I get this hack. So that's also kind of safe, because if bad come to worse, I can come here and have a town here. You see, so with this first move, I forgot to comment on that, but NG kind of killed our idea of doing a town here. Now he's following up here. So that's another reason why I want to pass early here. I want to make sure that, because NG doesn't have any spade left, so I want to be sure that I can beat him to this hex with my first move. And since the dwelling bonus is available, it seemed to me like it was worth it. Maybe Kenji could have hard dig, but hard digging with Kenji is usually such a bad idea. I mean, workers are so valuable for them. It would have been bad for me, but I doubt it would have been good for him. You see that Witches went for another expensive dig, trying to do town. I think it was a very difficult game for them. Alright, so The magic has been piling a ton of points. Here we want, in this round, to continue building dwelling. It's definitely time now to build our second temple and get water 1. You see, it's always the same kind of building order, right? You build a sanctuary, then you build a bunch of dwelling, a trading post, a temple, and then some more dwellings, and then trading posts. That's more or less always the kind of order you'll go with Darklings. So here I want to make sure that NG doesn't take this hex, so I dig it first thing. And the next thing I'll want to do here, if I remember well, will be to take water 1. And so yeah, I'm trying to set a town, so that's why I was in a hurry to take this. I would have hoped to do a town this way, but now since it has been blocked by NG, I'm trying to set a town in the north here. Because there's a town bonus round, so we really want to do 3 town. Yeah, so temple, and we get water 1. And the rest of the rounds, you see we still have tons of resources. Will be about setting up building as many dwelling as we can, and building trading posts in the meantime. So scoring every time, 4 points for every dwelling, 3 points for every trading post. So we're really starting to get into scoring mode here. All our moves are making points. And you see Swarmlings in the meantime is kind of preparing for building 2 town next turn. You see right now, position on water wasn't bad at this point. But it won't stay that way. I think I probably was a little unlucky on the water cult, honestly. So I'm trying to delay here. Of course I want one of these 2 passing tile. Ideally the trading post. So of course here I pass in the one I want is the trading post, because it's a scoring tile, and that late in the game you always want scoring tile that give you points. You want scoring bonus tile, I mean. Alright. So you see that Swarmlings has been doing really well. He played the bonus really well and was able to gather a huge amount of points in this game. So, again, the plan in round 6, I dig this one first thing because the plan will be to do a town here, and we want to build 3 towns basically. And we'll want to go for high scoring town. So with Darklings, your kind of go-to scoring town will be the priest. If you don't want to ask yourself any question, you can almost always go with the priest and never go wrong. It might not be the best, but it's almost never a mistake to go with the priest. So I went with Fire 2 here. I wonder here, probably even if NG go with Fire 2, there won't be any Fire 2 left then. Probably Swarmlings can still build those 2 town, I believe. So again the priest down, and just like that I'm at 101 and 11. But still point coming from the bonus tile. So. Swarmling is continuing doing a lot of points, so 2 towns with Fire 2. And I'm going for my 3rd town with a 6-point dig here. And here I go with my 3rd town, and I take the shipping tile, and that might very well be the crucial mistake that I have made. The thing is, I do need, so right now I had one ship, and with the shipping tile I get to 2 ship, and that's what I need to connect. If you see, so with this hex connect my 2 clusters here, my 3 clusters, in 2 ships, but I could have done it by just using 1 priest to advance shipping. Maybe going for the 11 points down was better. The advantage here is that I'll have enough to build another dwelling, but again, maybe I should have remembered here that this structure of NG is not connected, and I don't really have any competition for network, so the last dwelling is not so important. So yeah, I think, and even then I could still have built it. Of course, trading posts here worth 5 points, but if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I was missing 1 resources maybe to do the trading post. So yeah, maybe pass shipping was okay, but still something in me tells me that 11 points was better here. Well, so I think at this point actually I was probably overconfident too. I thought with 134 in-game points and network, there's no way I can lose that. And I was in for a surprise. So what will happen here? I think that was the last comment. I had a preset. Both witches. So witches went for 3 water here, which in itself was a little surprising, but okay. But then you'll see that NG will go for the water cult, and that I wasn't expecting. And as a result, I'll do just 1 point on the water cult. So, and that's probably what will end up costing the game. Right now, it's just about completing it. You'll see. I mean, there was a reason why I was confident. I am at 141 here. I still have a 2-point priest and an 8-point bonus tile. So that's a huge core. That's where NG decided to go water 2, which again I was surprised. I haven't considered if there was something better for him. Maybe there wasn't, but it's very rare that it's worth going for a temple in this situation, and usually has a lot of ways to score. So I wasn't expecting this. So in the meantime, Swarmlings, even if these 3 structures are not connected, because NG and Witches has such a low network, he still can compete on network even without connecting. That's what he's doing, using also this bonus tile. So yeah, there you go. I'm at only 1 point on the earth tile. I passed for 8 and I have a total of 151, which is, again, I thought there's no way that's not enough considering the fact that I'm winning network. So I wasn't too worried at this point. But then Swarmling succeeds to get 9 network point here. And that combined to... So yeah, hopefully I would have hoped that, say, NG would have gone for network rather than the point there. But it's kind of this unfortunate circumstances in which it seems that... And again, I think I can see why you went for this. I'm not saying it was a bad move. But as a result, I was very, very surprised in the end to see how well Swarmling did, and he did an amazing game, don't get me wrong. I mean, you'll see that with the cult, you have the final scoring here. with the cult and the network, we both ends up with very, very high score. So he's at 163 and we haven't yet looked at network point. I get 18 on network. And here he succeeded to tie NG and to get 9 points, which was very impressive. And in the end we end up in a tie, but he has some resources left and that will be the difference. So the 1 point lead, so that's the second place at 172. I think that's my highest second place score. Alright, so yeah, that was a game I think that illustrate again a lot of the Darklings ID, how the Sanctuary is so strong, how you have to use bonus at a stronghold and the dwelling bonus. The possibility of doing lightning rounds in order to play bonus, how to use the coin event we use. So we didn't send Priest and Earth, again maybe a mistake, but we still got to the 4th scale by going water 2, by going earth 2. And yeah, I mean we didn't win, but we definitely could have this game, and it was, I think, it was one of these games where there's all kind of reason that you can analyze afterward. It was just in the end a game that was well played by both Darklings and Swarmlings, and Swarmlings got in the end on top. So I still think it was a good game to show how to play with Darklings, and probably also a good game to show how you have to play with Swarmlings as well. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to show it. Let me just, I think that usually that's not working, but if I refresh here, I should be able to show you the final score information. You have it here. So how was the point scored? You see that we did score a lot from scoring tiles, both Swarmlings and me. You have favorite tiles, we did 39 points on Swarmlings, even without Earth 1, he did 31. Swarmlings did the killing and bonus here, 37, while 24 is still a very, very good score of bonus, but 37 is just over the top. We did a lot of points with town. Again, maybe we should have done more by going with the 11 points down. I think it was very close. So 18 in scoring area, and we did 28 faction point from the priest that we use. So we started very low, we started 13 and still ended up at 173 with the 5 points for advanced shipping. So overall I think a very interesting game. So hope you had fun. Probably the next thing that you'll see on the channel, it will be a bit more of a replay from Twitch. And that's until that I can finish the NG guide. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you soon, hopefully next Tuesday again at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're around, it will be for another stream. So I hope I see you there. Bye.